Yes. Very good morning to you. Now we have to go to the flow chart. In our flow chart, you had to find information about the history of footwear. Then the lesson was there. Then that I explained it the previous day, and I asked you to complete this flow chart. In this flow chart, you find period, the time period, and also you have to write what happened. The things happened to the shoes must be written on this side. Then has a episode on it. Has a episode on it. Karagana pulama ek flow chart. Right. Very good. Very good. Now I am going to draw the same flow chart. Then you have to complete it. Now those who haven't completed, please complete it. Now that is activity 11. Activity 11. Now there are 5 parts in this flow chart. And the parts are mentioned in this way. Right. Then I am going to unmute your microphones. Then you have to give your answers. Putalagi uttara, putala mata dendo. Then the first one. Now in this flow chart, first of all, you find the first one is there about 40,000 years ago. Here you find about 40,000 years ago. Yes, what happened? As a
Shoes were invented.
Yes, shoes were
Shoes
invented. Right, very good, well done. Then there you find shoes were invented. Very good. And the second part, in the early 19th century, in the early 19th century, what happened in the early 19th century?
Women's and men's shoes finally began to differ from each other.
Right, very good. That should be, the second one should be, women's and men's shoes finally began to differ. Women's and men's shoes began to differ from one another. Began to differ. Differ from one another. In earlier times, there was only one type of shoes. Now that means all the men and women used to wear those shoes. But here, now in the early 19th century, there were 2 types of shoes. One is for the men and the other one is for women. Now the next one, now, next part of the flow chart is here. As the 20th century approached, as the 20th, yes?
Shoemakers improved comfort by making foot-specific shoes.
Right, very good, very good. Yes, as the 20th century approached, as the 20th century approached, the shoemakers improved comfort. Now there were very comfortable shoes. Then you find shoemakers improved. Very good. Shoemakers improved comfort. Making foot-specific shoes. Now the fourth part of the flow chart, in the early 70s. And the other one in the early in the 80s and 90s? Then tell me the thing happened in the early 70s.
Platform shoes and wedges were popular among women.
Right, very good, very good. Well done. Then you have found platform shoes and wedges were popular among women. Platform shoes and wedges. Popular among women. Platform shoes and wedges. Wedges. Now they are straight and they are flat. Then the last one. In the 80s and 90s, what happened?
Men's shoes trends remained the dominant style as Oxfords and loafers, but women's shoes made dramatic changes.
Right, good. Women's shoes got dramatic changes. Yes, good. Now, before that, you have to mention this one. Then you find shoes and wedges were popular among women. Now, that is for in the 70s. Then after that, men's shoes trends, however, were mostly static. Though they became less in the 80s and 90s. Now, first of all, you have to mention platform shoes and wedges were less popular among women. Now, first of all, you must mention it. Platform shoes and wedges became less popular. Platform shoes and wedges became less popular among women. Then after that, you have to mention this one. Right, now that is the main point. ඉතුරු ඒවා ඔය පුතලා මෙතන ලිව්වත් කමන්නේ. හැබැයි මේක ඔය විදිහටම තියෙන්න ඕනේ. Platform shoes and wedges became less popular among women. Men's shoes trends, however, were mostly static. ඒ ටික තිබුණාට ප්‍රශ්නයක් නෑ පුතාලා. Now, anyway, you have to write these ones. Right, good. Then has you got full marks? Has you got full marks for this flow chart? All right, very good, very good. Well done. Now we are going to a very nice grammar lesson now. Now listen carefully. Now, when we were at school, I taught you about passive voice. Now it was for present simple tense. But today we have to learn passive voice for past simple tense. Now you know what passive voice is. Now in active voice sentences, the subject becomes the person. That means the subject becomes the most important person in active voice sentences. But in passive voice sentences, the object becomes the most important person. Now in passive voice sentences, if you want to mention about the subject, you have to mention that subject using the preposition by. Now when I taught you this active voice and passive voice lesson, I used to give you some Sinhalese examples. Man Sinhala udaharana කීපයක් කියලා දුන්නා ඔය පුතාලට passive voice ගැන කරනකොට. When you go along the road, on either side of the road, there are boards, and in those boards you find the passive voice sentences. පුතාලා පාර දිගේ ඇවිදගෙන යනකොට පාර දෙපැත්තේ තියෙන boards බලාගෙන ගියොත් ඒවැ තියෙන්නම passive voice වාක්‍ය කර්මකාරක. මනාලියන්ට අන්දනු ලැබේ. කේක් කෝඩර් බාර ගනු ලැබේ. බයිසිකල් වලට හුලං ගහනු ලැබේ. ත්‍රිවීලර සර්විස් කරනු ලැබේ. ලාම්පුරේ පෙයාර් කෙරේ කියලත් මම කිව්වා. Now those are the passive voice sentences. Now, if you want to mention about the doer or the agent, ක්‍රියාව කරන පුද්ගලයා ගැන සඳහන් කරන්නම ඕන නම් විසින් කියන එක දානවා සිංහල භාෂාවේ. Then what do you put in English for that visin? That should
By.
be by. Yes, very good. That is by. හරියටම හරි. එතකොට අපි දානවා bicycles are repaired by Martin. Three-wheelers are serviced by Samantha. Lamps are repaired by Rajesh Khanna. Like that, we have to use those types of sentences. Now, today we are going to learn about passive voice for past simple tense. Then again, I am going to mute your microphones. Then when I explain the lesson, I mute the microphones. Then after that, I unmute the microphones to get your answers. Now we are going to the passive voice formulas. Now for these tenses, you find the formulas. Now I think I have taught you the formulas for present simple tense. Now today we are going to learn about past simple tense. Now usually active voice sentences begin with subject and passive voice sentences begin with object. Now that is the way of the English language. Now this is past simple tense. Past simple tense. Now that is related to SVO. SVO means subject, verb, object. Now some other teachers say this simple present tense. සමහර ගුරුවරු මේකට simple present tense කියනවා. But I used to use past simple tense. හරිනේ? Past simple tense. Now here's the active voice formula. Active voice. Inactive voice. ඒ කියන්නේ කර්තෘකාරකවල. Now the formula begins with subject. Subject is the doer. Then after that you find verb stem plus ed. Now that is the past form of the verb. Verb stem plus ed. Play, played. Jump, jumped. Wash, washed. Now you can add ed to get the past form. But there are many other forms to get the past form. When you think of write, the past form should be wrote. Do, did. Eat, ate. Drink, drank. It is true, but in this formula as a whole, we use verb stem plus ed for past form of the verb. And at last you find the object. Here you find the object. Now here's the formula, active voice formula for past simple tense. Now here's the verb stem plus ed. Now we usually mention verb stem plus ed for the past form of the verb. Now it comes with all the nouns and pronouns you find as subject. Now for subjects you find the nouns. Only the nouns are there for subject. Now pronouns represent all the nouns. Therefore you say I, we, you, they, he, she, it. All the pronouns come with verb stem plus ed. Right? Now this is the passive voice sentence, passive voice formula. Passive voice. Karma karak. Now the passive voice formula should start with object. Object valing patangan. Then after that you have to put was, were, was and were. Then after that, when passive voice sentences are there, you have to use past participle form of the verb. Here you find past participle. Then let's think of this one. In active voice sentences, first of all, you find the subject. But in passive voice sentences, first of all, you find the object. Other than the object, there comes was and were. Then after that, past participle form is also there. But there isn't a place for the subject in passive voice sentences. There isn't a place for the subject. Subject in the tenak ne. passive voice වල. Subject හරි දුකින් ඉන්නේ. අඬ ඉන්නවා subject ඉන්න තැනක් නැහැ කියලා. Therefore, what must we do? We must lull subject. Subject අඬන හින්දා අපි නැලෙව්වා. පුතාලට මතක ඇති ඒක. Passive voice වාක්‍යවලදී subject ඉන්න තැනක් නැතුව subject අඬනවා. Then we lull that subject. How do we lull that subject? Bye, bye, bye. Bye, subject. Bye, bye, bye. Bye, subject. Bye, bye, bye. Like that. We lull that subject because subject cries as the subject doesn't have a place to live in. Now here's the passive voice formula. In passive voice sentences, first of all, the object comes, then after that, the verb comes, and at the end, if needed, by subject comes with by. Then you find was and were. Now they are the helping verbs. Now in active voice sentences, the verb is determined by the subject. When subject becomes I, we, you, they, he, she, it, the verb stem plus ed comes. But in passive voice sentences, the verb is determined by the object. Now the subject can't take a decision because the subject is asleep. Subject doine doiyගෙන ඉන්න එකකට තීරණයක් ගන්න බෑනේ. තීරණයක් ගන්න බැරි හින්දා ඒ වෙලාවට තීරණය ගන්න object. Now the object is there to take the decision of the verb. ඒකට අපි ඒ දවස්වල කිව්වේ මොකද්ද පුතේ ලස්සන සිංහල කියමනක් කිව්වේ? ලූලා නැති වලට කණයා පඬිතයා වන්නා සේම. Subject නැති මුලට object පඬිතයා වේ කියලා අපි කිව්වා. Then object becomes the person who takes that decision. Then was comes when the object becomes I was, he was, she was, and it was. Then were comes we, you, they, like this. Now let's get some examples. Now we are going to convert or transform the active voice sentences into passive voice. Now we call AV for active voice. Api AV damu active voice kiyan. Now I am going to get this active voice sentence. Nimal wrote letters. Nimal wrote letters. Then you have to get the passive voice form. And the second one. Now this is the first example. The second example is here. Now I used to get Rosa. Rosa made tea. Then here you find the passive voice sentence. Then I am going to unmute your microphones. Now I need your answers. Right. Now look here. Now switch on your microphones. Nimal wrote letters. What is the passive voice sentence?
Letters were written by Nimal.
Very good. Letters were written by Nimal. Now letters come. Letters. That is the object. Letters is plural. Letters must be they. Therefore, you have to get were. Letters were. The past form of write is wrote, but we have to use the past participle form. Then you have to get were written by Nimal. Right, very good. And the other one. Rosa made tea.
He was
made by Rosa.
Very good. Tea was made by Rosa. Tea. Very sorry. TEA. Tea was made by Rosa. Good. Now, first of all, you have to put the date, and after that, write these two formulas, and after that, you have to write the examples. Now, take the writing books. Put today's date. Write these two formulas, and after that you have to go to these examples. There are two examples here. Right, finish then. And suppose you finished. Ready for babala? Right, it's enough, I think. Has suppose you have written. All right. Now the next one, that is the third example. Number 3 is here. I would like to write active voice sentence like that. I rode bicycles. I rode bicycles. Now that is the, what is the passive voice sentence? Then I'm going to unmute your microphones. You have to give me the answer. Here.
By me.
Yes, I rode bicycles.
Bicycles were ridden
The
by
bicycle
rode by me.
Rode?
Bicycles
Very good. Bicycles were ridden by me. Bicycles were ridden by me. Bicycles were ridden by me. Now, what is the grammatical rule there? I rode bicycles. Mama pedda bicycle. Bicycles were ridden by me. Now, in active voice, you find I. When it goes to passive voice, it must be me. Active voice pette I tibunot. Passive voice වලට යනකොට me වෙන්න ඕනේ. Now I think I have taught you that verse. මට මතකයි මම බෙරපදයක ආකාරයෙන් ඔය පුතාලට ඔක කියලා දුන්නා. Now the changes of those pronouns when you convert active voice sentences into passive voice. Active voice ටික passive voice වලට දානකොට pronouns වල සිද්ධ වෙන වෙනස්කම් මට මතකයි බෙරපදයකින් ඉස්කෝලේදී මං කිව්වා. I තිබුණොත් me වෙනවා. We තිබුණොත් us වෙනවා. You තිබුණොත් youම තමයි හැබැයි එන්නේ simple way. Now that is the thing I gave you. Then please write down this one. I am going to rub this. Now when you convert the active voice sentences into passive voice, Now the forms of the pronouns may differ. Now it comes like this. AV becomes PV. I tibunot mi venawa. V tibunot as venawa. You tibunot yuma tamay hebay in a simple one. Now that is the verse then. They becomes them. He becomes him. She becomes her. It becomes it. But you have to use simple I. But when the dancer rolls on the other side, now we have to use these ones. Me becomes I. Us becomes we. You becomes you. But you have to use capital Y. Them becomes they. Him becomes he. Her becomes she. It becomes it. But you have to put capital I there. Now here's the verse. Those are the changes when you convert the active voice sentences into passive voice. Right. Now the next lesson is statements. ඊළඟට පුතේ statements පැත්තට යන්න ඕන. Statements කිව්වේ ප්‍රකාශන. Now there were 4 types of statements. I taught you in this way. A I N I. Now those are the 4 types of statements. A I N I. Now we call them affirmative statements, affirmative interrogative statements, negative statements, and negative interrogative statements. In Sinhala, you find Atyanarte Prakashana, Atyanarte Prashna, Natyanarte Prakashana, Natyanarte Prashna. Then, if we put the sentences into these statements, we have to think of both active voice and passive voice. Api active voice, passive voice, dekama gana itendi hitanda one puta. Then I am going to give you a subject, verb, and an object. Pamputalaata subject kenekui, verb kenekui, object kenekui denawa. Dila. Now we have to think of past simple tense, and you have to make past simple tense statements called A-I-N-N-I. But each A-I-N-N-I is divided again into AV-PV, 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 AV-PV. AV means active voice, PV, passive voice. Now these are the things that I give you as subject, verb, and object. Now let's get the first example again. Now that is Nimal. Nimal is there as the subject. Then the verb should be right. And the object should be letters. I get letters as the object. Now we call Nimal as subject. Right verb. Letters, object. Now we are asked to make statements. They are A, AI, N, NI. But again, we have to divide each one to active voice and passive voice. AV, PV. AV, PV. AV, PV. And the other one, AV, PV. Now this is for past simple tense. Now you have to make past simple tense statements. Prakashana hadana velawa. First of all, you have to think of active voice. Issellam active voice petta vitarak hitanta. Passive voice hitanda epa. Then I am going to unmute your microphones. Now let's get the active voice sentences. Hari ganda balanda. Affirmative. Etanarte prakashanya. Active voice petten hadanda. Ko. Kuhane. Then you have to make that sentence. Hey puta. Then I have unmuted your microphones. Yes, Putala.
Wrote letters.
Nimal wrote letters. Very good. Hariyata Mahari. Nimal wrote letters. Good. And let's get the question. Interrogative means question. Active voice pettim prashnayak hadanta making. Nimal wrote letters කියන එක සම්බන්ධ කරගෙන ප්‍රශ්නයක්.
Did Nimal write letters?
Very good, well done. Now that is, did Nimal write letters? Now that is the question. Did Nimal write letters? Then සමහර වෙලාවට ඔය පුතාලට හිතෙන්න පුළුවන් ඇයි යන්නේ මෙතන right ගත්තේ? Right කියන්නේ present simple tense වලට අයිති එකක්. අපේ sir මේ කරන්නේ past simple tense. Now what is the grammatical rule? ව්‍යාකරණ නීතිය කියන්නේ. When did this there in a statement, the main verb should be in verb stem. ප්‍රකාශනයක did තියෙනවා නම් ඒ ප්‍රකාශනයේ ප්‍රධාන ක්‍රියාපදය verb stem ස්වරූපෙන් තියෙන්න ඕන. Verb stem means ක්‍රියාපදයේ මුල් ස්වරූපය. Verb stem plus ed ක්‍රියාපදයේ අතීත කාල ස්වරූපය. දැන් මෙතන තිබුණ පුතා wrote. wrote ඇවිදිලා verb stem plus ed කියන එකනේ. Did Nimal wrote letters කියන්න බෑ. wrote කියන්නේ දැම්මොත් ed. පුංචි උන්ට අපි ඉගැන්වුවේ දවස්වල චණ්ඩි වාක්‍ය මෙහෙමනේ. did නම් didda ed නම් ed did ed දෙකක් තියාගන්න බෑ කියලා පොඩි එකාට චණ්ඩි වාක්‍ය කියලා දෙනවා. එතකොට හරි. did නම් did ed නම් ed did ed දෙකක් බෑ. Then did Nimal wrote letters? That is wrong. Then you have to say did Nimal write letters? Now let's get the negative statement. Negative.
Nimal didn't write letters.
Very good. Nimal didn't write letters. Nimal didn't write letters. That is the negative statement. Then you have to go to negative interrogative. නැත්නම් ප්‍රශ්නේ හදන්න.
Didn't Nimal write letters?
Very good. That is didn't Nimal write letters. Didn't Nimal write letters? And we read these statements in this way. මේ statements කියනකොට මෙහෙමනම් කියන්න එපයි කිව්වා මන් නේද? Nimal wrote letters, did Nimal write letters, Nimal didn't write letters, didn't Nimal write letters. That is wrong. Now you have to express that idea. Now you have to use your eyes and your forehead and your cheeks and your hands, your body. Then you have to use these all the features to express this idea. මෙහෙම නේද දවස්වල අපි කිව්වේ. Nimal wrote letters. Nimal ලියුවා ලියු. Did Nimal write letters? Now there you find a question. The negative. Ona pisudani. Nimal didn't write letters. The negative interrogative. Huh. Ay mokada. Ape Nimalata akuru berida. Didn't Nimal write letters? Now that is the way of giving the statements. Right. Now we are going to put these statements into passive voice. Then meva ekak gane passive voice වලට දාමු. Nimal wrote letters. What is the passive voice sentence?
Letters were written by Nimal.
Very good. Now that is letters were written by Nimal. Letters were written by Nimal. And this one, how can you put it into passive voice?
Were letters written by Nimal?
Very good. Well done. Were letters written by Nimal? Were letters written by Nimal? Then balai. Active voice එකේ තියෙන did නේ. Passive voice වලට were ආවේ කොහොමද? Now that is the grammatical rule. Now in passive voice you find was were with past participle. Were letters written by Nimal? And the other one, Nimal didn't write letters. What is the passive voice sentence?
Letters were not written by Nimal.
Very good. Letters were not written by Nimal. Puta, were not. You have to get the shortened form of were not.
Weren't.
Weren't. Yes, good. You can use weren't either. Then you find letters weren't written by Nimal. Letters weren't written by Nimal. Now there is the negative statement. Puta, I couldn't put the question mark here. Question mark එක මෙතන දාන්න මෙපේ. Were letters written by Nimal. The other one, letters weren't written by Nimal. What is the negative interrogative statement?
Weren't
Weren't letters written by Nimal?
Very good. Weren't letters written by Nimal. Weren't letters written by Nimal. Now there is the question. Now you have to put the topic past simple tense statements. Topic එක දාගන්න. මාතෘකාව දාගෙන මේ ටික ලියන්න. Now here's the topic. Now I write the topic at the bottom because I don't have enough space to write the topic. Then here you find past simple tense statements. Past simple tense statements. Write the topic and write down these ones. There you find A, I, N, N, I. Each one is divided AV, PV, AV, PV, AV, PV, AV, PV. Right? Finished then? Has Sebastian written? Divadapute? Right. Now let's get the next grammar lesson in your textbooks. Now you find grammar. That is in page number 54. Page 54. In page 54, you find these types of passive voice sentences. Pay attention to the following sentences taken from the passage, The History of Footwear. Now you have been given some passive voice statements. Historically, shoes were worn primarily for protection. Now that is the passive voice sentence. Historically, shoes were worn. Sapattu palandinu ලැබුවා. Passive voice එකක් නේ. Primarily for protection. Now because of that protection, they wore the shoes. And the second sentence, according to archaeological evidence, experts believe that the shoes were invented about 40,000 years ago. Shoes were invented. Sapattu nirmane කරනු ලැබුවා. එහෙනම් ඒකත් passive voice. And the other one, however, it was not until some time later that footwear was worn by people frequently. Footwear, that is singular. Footwear singular hinda තමයි මෙතන footwear was worn කියලා දාලා තියෙන්නේ. Now the next one, the earliest shoes were made of soft leather. The earliest shoes were made of soft leather. Now the other one, the last one is there. During this era, shoes were made straight, meaning that there was no differentiation between left and right shoes. Now those are the passive voice sentences. Now please think of this information. Here you find passive voice, past tense. Active voice sentence in the simple past tense have the following structure. Now here's the structure. Subject, past tense form of the verb, object. But I gave you subject, verb stem plus ed object. ඒක මගේ ක්‍රමයනේ. මම දුන්න subject, verb stem plus ed object කියලා. මේ පොතේ දෙනවා subject, past tense of the verb, object. Then after that, passive sentences in the simple past tense have the following structure. කර්මකාරක වාක්‍යවලට මෙන්න මේ structure එක තියෙනවලු. මෙන්න මේ සැකිල්ල තියෙනවලු. මම දුන්නේ පුතාලට object, was, were, past participle by subject. මේගොල්ලෝ දීලා තියෙන විදිය. Subject, was, were, past participle form of the verb by the doer. එතනදී ඔය පුතාලට දැන් පැටලව ගන්න එපා පුතේ. මම ඔය පුතාලට කිව්වේ passive voice වලදී මුලට object ගන්න කියලානේ. මේගොල්ලෝ දාලා තියෙනවා subject කියලා. ඒ subject කියලා දාලා තියෙන්නේ කණයට. මේගොල්ලෝ මේ subject කියලා දාලා තියෙන්නේ කාටද passive voice වාක්‍යවල මුලට? කණයට. කණයට. ඒකට තමයි මං කිව්වේ ලූලා නැති වලට කණයා පඬිතයා වන්නාසේම subject නැති මුලට object පඬිතයා වේ. ඒකින්ද පටලව ගන්න එපා. Now these writers have put subject at the beginning, but that is not lula, that is kanya. Now this one should be this cake was made by my mother, right? Sometimes the doer of the action is not mentioned in passive voice. Doer of the action, ක්‍රියාව කරන පුද්ගලයා ගැන සඳහන් වෙන්නෙත් නෑ සමහර කර්මකාරක වාක්‍යවල. ඕකනේ නම් දෙහි හැමදෙරේ මම මුලින්ම කිව්වේ. bicycle වලට හුලං ගහනු ලැබේ. Now the subject is not mentioned. Sentence with the doer is either not known or not essential for the sentence to be meaningful. වාක්‍ය අර්ථවත් වෙන්න subject කියන එක කෙනා අත්‍යවශ්‍ය නැත්නම් නොදා ඉන්නවා. ඒකනේ මාටින් මම්මලෑගේ ඉස්සරහා ගහලා තියෙන්නේ bicycle වලට හුලං ගහනු ලැබේ කියලා. ඒකේ ගහලා නෑනේ. Bicycles are inflated by Martin. එහෙම නෑ. Bicycles are inflated. Right. Now this one, this road was repaired last month. ඔන්න පුතේ වැඩන්ට සහ වැඩියන්ට වැඩ තියෙනවා. Now that is activity 12. In activity 12 you find transform the following into passive voice. Now you have to transform these active voice sentences into passive voice. Now there are 10 sentences. You don't want to do the whole 10 sentences. Now you can do the first 4. පළවෙනි හතර මට කරලා දෙන්න පුතා. Now put activity 12. Activity 12. Now put the topic A. Transform the following into passive. Now you have to do the first four. Then at home you have to do from 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now first of all, do this 4. Right. Are then finished? Hands up, say finished. Ready for Babala? Right. Then I am going to unmute your microphones. Right. Look here then. Rahim wrote a letter yesterday. You the answer. Rahim wrote a letter yesterday. Yes, again.
Letter was written by Rahim yesterday.
Very good. A letter was written by Rahim yesterday. Mevedi Puta, subject is Rahim. Wrote is the verb. A letter, that is the object. Then what is meant by yesterday? Yesterday දාන්නේ අපි මෙහෙම හිතමු පුතේ උණ්ඩුක පුච්චයට කිය. කතෘට ක්‍රියාවට කර්මයට අහු නොවන දේවල් උණ්ඩුක පුච්ච කියලා හිතන්නකෝ. Then Rahim wrote a letter. Then you find a letter was written by Rahim yesterday. A letter was written by Rahim yesterday. ලියුමක් ලියනු ලැබුවා රහීම් විසින් ඊයේ. Yesterday කියන
Excuse me,
උඩුක
sir.
පුච්ච කැල්. Yes පුතා.
Sir, මා ලියලා තියෙනවා sir ලියලා තියෙන විදිහට. හැබැයි sir අපිට මෙහෙම දාන්න බැරිද? Yesterday the letter was written by Rahim.
Right, very good. දාන්න පුළුවන් පුතේ. ඒක වැරදක් නෙමෙයි. Now this is the rule in English language. ඉංග්‍රීසි භාෂාවේ rule එක අහගන්න. Now if you want to say something about the time, you have to put that phrase at the end of the sentence. මොකද පුතේ නීතිය? Now in a sentence, if you want to say something about the time, ඔයාට කාලය ගැන කියවන දෙයක් කියන්න අවශ්‍ය වුණොත් සාමාන්‍යයෙන් ඒ කාලය ගැන කියන්න වෙන කොටස දාන්න ඕනේ වාක්‍යය අගට. මුලට දැම්මයි කියලා වැරදි දාන්නේ නැහැ පුතේ. Right, now you are correct. It is better. Then the rule is that the time, the phrases that you use to tell the time must come at the end of the sentence. It is clear පුතා? Is it clear? පැහැදිලිද?
Yes sir, it is clear.
Right. Good. Then that's the next one. ඒ වගේ පුතාලා ප්‍රශ්න අහන්න ඕන වෙලාවට අහන්න ඕන. Now that is why we call it as a live classroom. සජීවී පන්ති කාමරයක් කියන්නේ ඒකනේ. සමහරු නම් කියනවා ඔන්ලයින් කළාම ළමින්ට කියලා දෙන්න මොන පිස්සුදනේ අනේ ඒ බැරි අය කෑ ගහන දේවල් ගැන ඔය පුතාලා හිතන්න එපා පුතා. Online classes are the best classes these days. මේ දවස්වල හැටියට online classes හරි. ඇයි මොකද මේකේ මොකුත් අඩුවක් තියනවද නැහැනේ. Now when you have got questions you ask and the teacher is there to explain those things. ඔක්කොම හරි. හරියට වැඩ ටික යනවා. The dog bit the man. Now
The
that
man
is
was
the
bitten by the dog.
the man was bitten by the dog. Right, very good. Now here you find the dog is the subject. Bit is the verb. The man is the object. Enang api gannawa. The man was bitten by the dog. The man was bitten by the dog. මිනිහව හපනු ලැබුවා බල්ලා විසින්. Now the next one. The police arrested the thieves. What the passive sentence?
The thieves
The thieves were arrested by the police.
Very good. The thieves were arrested by the police. The police is the subject. Arrested is the verb. The thieves is the object. Then you find the thieves were arrested by the police. The thieves were arrested by the police. හොරුන්ව අත්අඩංගුවට ගනු ලැබුවා පොලිසිය විසින්. Now the next one. Did he paint the window?
was the window painted by him.
painted by him.
Very good. Was the window painted by him? There you find. Was the window painted by him? හරිනේ පුතාලා මේකත් subject he. Then paint did paint. මේ මුළු set එකම verb එක. The window is the object. Then you find was the window painted by him. Now draw a small line here. Then you have to put marks out of 4. හතරෙන් ලකුණු දාගන්න බබාලා. Now hands you got 4 marks out of 4 gidipiti. 4 marks. Right. Very good. As a whole, you have got 4 marks out of 4. Then you have to complete from 5 to 10. ඒ ටික කරන්න ඕනේ. Now take the workbooks, please. Take the workbooks. Now in your workbooks, you find activity 6 in unit number 5. Mark these ones. Activity 6. Activity 6 workbook. Workbook, that is unit number 5. Unit 5. In activity 6, you find write the following sentences in passive form. Now you have to write the passive form of these sentences. Then the other one, activity 7. Activity 7. In activity 7, you find fill in the blanks with the correct form of the verb within brackets. Now within brackets, you find a verb. Then you have to use the correct form of the verb within brackets and write the correct verb. Right? Now you have to do those things and you have to complete the other ones in this workbook, unit number 5. You have to do these ones also. Right. Good, good, good. Then have you got questions regarding the lesson I taught you today? පාඩමට අදාළ ප්‍රශ්න මොකුත් තියනවද පුතාලා? නෑ නේද?
No, sir.
Right. Good, good. Then you have to complete all those things at home. Now your next online class will be held according to the timetable. It's enough for the day then. I wish you a good day.
Same to you, sir.
Bye
Goodbye,
bye.
sir. Goodbye,
Bye.
sir.
Goodbye.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome Putala.